Hello and welcome back. Today I'm talking about solutions to the emotional roadblocks that get in the way of decluttering and downsizing. So let's look at some solutions that will keep us on the straight and narrow and give us a way of dealing with these emotions. Number one, fear of what you might find. This is that comfortable place where if you don't look, you won't know. It sounds silly, but it's true. For example, the wedding dress that was packed away years ago. Now, while you don't look, it's in there. It's real, it's whole, it's fine. When you look, you may well find that it's been destroyed by damp, eaten by mice, or maybe even lost in a move along the way. And that's what you are afraid of finding. You really just have to face it, take a deep breath and say, look, I've lived without these things for however many years, 2, 5, 10, 20. My day-to-day life is really not affected by them, and I need to stop worrying about it and just face it and get it done. Number two, this is me. Fear of bittersweet memories. You know, when the kiddies were little, I kid you not, look, this is a beanie I knitted for my now married 30-something-year-old son when he was a bubby. First trip to see his grandparents was their infant child, and he needed a warm hat. And there it is. It's still in really nice condition. So next winter, it's going to go to a child who might have a cool head and needs a new little hat. But I have held on to it for 30 years. I mean, seriously. Good quality wool, by the way, and well stored. But even so, 30 years I have held on to that. That's ridiculous. I have a solution. Now, most of us have phones and we can just take a picture. So there's also an even better thing as well. It's these tiny little quick printers. Now, this is my new thing. In a little journal, little blank book, and suddenly you've got a memory digest. You take a picture, you write something about it, you glue it in, and it's done. Here we are. Badges that my kids collected when we were on holiday in the UK, and more. Now these take up a ton of space, but now I've got a little note about them. I can do that with the beanie. I will take a pic of the beanie, put it in here, put a wee note about it, done. And it turns into this really skinny little flat book that is going to make me smile. So that's the solution. Find a way of recording the quick things that you are hanging on to, physical things, take pictures of them, write why they make you feel good emotionally, and then you can get rid of the items themselves. Number three, fear of painful memories. This is hard too. We've all been through so many things by the time we get into our 20s, let alone at my age. So we have to face them. There are the pictures, and most of them are photos of the times that, they sort of make you smile. Sometimes they don't. Look, I had a whole stack of extra photos, ones that weren't inside albums, and I've just gone through on the 2-second rule, has become my solution. If I look at it, give it 2 seconds, does it make me smile and feel good or not? If it does, I put it in a little shoebox. If it didn't, I flick it into the bin, and I'm serious. I got 2 little shoe boxes full, and I got an enormous tub full of the extras, and they've gone, and it's such a relief. I don't have to think about, I've got to sort those through one day. They've gone. 2 seconds. Did they make me smile? Yes. Kept them, and we've already looked at them more than I've looked at them in 30 years. It's great. It's like, hey, this is funny, look, remember that? And the kids laugh. And it's so nice to see that. That's really good fun. So that's my solution, 2-second rule. Number 4, this is the fear of overwhelm. And that's pretty reasonable, to be honest, because if you're anything like me, and I am not a clutter bug, believe me, I'm actually really good at throwing stuff out, and I still had a ton of stuff. So there is just a lot of stuff that you accumulate in a lifetime. So now I've gone through 90% of it. I know I can go through a lot more. But it is overwhelming. It can be overwhelming. And the solution is not an easy one. It is simply to say, well, hey, at best, I'm in a good position because I get to make this decision. I'm sorry, the solution isn't pretty. You just have to take a deep breath and do it. Gee, I'm a tough old girl, I know. Sorry. No cute one on that one. Fear of future regret. This is the, I will maybe use it, read it, finish it, whatever, one day. And if you haven't been using it in the last 2, 3, 20 years, chances are you don't really need it in your life and you can't value it that much anyway. Or you do what a friend of mine did, which I thought was really clever. And we'd been talking about train sets, childhood train sets. And he went out and he hunted his out at the garage. He selected the really nice, little pieces from it, zipped off down to IKEA, bought himself a little Besta unit with a glass front, and he made himself a display unit which he put up in his study, and now when he sees it, it makes him smile. If you do look and there is something that you value, please get it out, use it, see it, smile. Be like my friend, smart man. That brings us to number 6, the fear of loss of value. This is what I think of as the Carrie Bradshaw moment from Sex and the City, when she needed the deposit to buy her apartment and she had no money. She had a closet full of really fabulous shoes and had no value at all, or very little. Now, we have cupboards full of old computers, tablets, iPhones, old phones, flip phones. We have all sorts of dross that no longer is used, no longer is useful, but somehow it's of value because we spent so much on it. But the reality is it is not of any real value now. But the money is not coming back just because you hold on to them. So the solution has to be get rid of them. They're taking up space and time and energy. And also every time you look at them and they're like those shoes, they have no real value, and hell, you can't even wear them. So that's my take on this whole decluttering thing, the emotional part of it. And it's really the first step to getting it done, because without dealing with the emotional side, we simply cannot deal with the practical side. But I put a blog post up on this, so please check it out, and I'll put the link, down below. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Have a good week, and I'll be back in my next video with those practical tips that help us declutter now we've got over the emotional roadblocks. See you then. Bye.